From legal woes to legal wows, attorney Allie Booker has got you covered. Civil lawsuit to CPS knocking on your door and more. Criminal case saying you were the looker, call your attorney Allie Booker. If you're in the cooker, call your attorney Allie Booker. See how the last thing.
What's up, African Diaspora? How are you doing? It's your favorite attorney, Attorney Allie Booker, better known as Cooker Booker. So, we are here today with this wonderful channel to discuss a few things. We need to discuss our race, our people, and our elderly. Okay? Our race, our people, and our elderly. The first thing that we're going to discuss is making sure our parents and the elders of our community make it to the doctors on time. Okay? Timely visits to the doctor are the number one reason that APS, better known as CPS for the elderly, gets involved. And we as a people are used to understanding that there are going to be, certain places that we need to be cautious in, and that we need to do certain things for our children to ensure that we stay out of CPS's way or are able to beat the unfair cases that are brought against us. Because we do know that the system is unequally applied. It's aimed at unequally applying the rules towards those that are colored, and we end up getting the short end of the stick. We have to back them off. The elderly are another way that they creep into our communities and destroy our families. We have to make sure that our elderly and our aunts, our uncles, our cousins, the elders in our family are being seen appropriately by doctors. What happens? Just as in CPS cases, the doctors do work with APS. Doctors are trained, just like in CPS cases, where if they see certain things, they are to make a complaint and file a complaint. These complaints, when sent by mandatory reporters, are followed up on within 24 hours and are bumped to the top of the list. So what happens is, what type of elderly are they looking for? They're looking for the elderly that are bedridden, that cannot survive on their own. The elderly that are either financially have a guardian of some sort or a power of attorney, or that cannot move about by themselves. That are going to be the elderly that qualify for Metro bus services or any sort of metropolitan or city services for any sort of transportation. That will be any of your elderly that qualify for transportation in and through their Medicaid and Medicare plans. They qualify for this transportation because they have been deemed immobile, or people who will have an issue getting to the doctor, and the doctor is a place that they must go for their health and everyday well-being. These individuals are flagged, and when they don't make it to the doctor's appointments, the doctors must. And many times the doctors are underneath a government contract, so they must reach out and look for these elderly people. They must call everyone who's on their list. They must even go by their homes or cause someone to go by these homes to find out what they can see and what they know. They then must mandatorily report these things, and APS is going to swoop down. Many of the times, if you have not all of the time, an APS investigation is going to immediately open. You are then under the same rules, pretty much, that you're underneath in a CPS case. The issue is, APS cases are harder to beat than CPS cases. And that is because elderly people have to be seen about in and through the doctor's offices, and they normally require a level of medical care that most children don't require. You don't want to fall beneath the threshold. Always making sure that they get to their doctor's appointments or rescheduling those appointments within 24 to 48 hours of your elderly loved one missing these appointments is key to not getting an APS investigation opened up against your loved one. Let's make sure that we all do what we can to fight to stand, both individually and together, for our African diaspora. Our nation is suffering, and we need to make sure that we do, especially what we must for the elderly. Those are our spiritual guides. Those are the ones who will guide us through. Those are the ones who have a wealth of knowledge that we just do not have. It comes with the age, and it comes with their living. So let's make sure that we take proper care of them and make sure that we don't allow APS to get their hands on our loved ones, because what our loved ones come with much of the time is a check, and the government would love to take their money back out of our homes. We will talk about this later, because this is going to be a series called Protecting Our Elderly that we're going to discuss. But this is the first episode in our series of Protecting Our Elderly, because we know how important they are to us and to the African diaspora. Until next time, court stands in recess. Have a fantastic day.
From legal woes to legal wows, attorney Allie Booker has got you covered. Civil lawsuit to CPS knocking on your door and more. Criminal case saying you were the looker? Call your attorney Allie Booker. If you're in the cooker, call your attorney Allie Booker. See, I realize, baby.